Hello guys, welcome to the 17th Java tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you how to read from files in Java. So before we start writing codes, we need to have a file from where we want to read. So I've already created a test file in my root directory of project, which is called test. So when I open this file, it has one line of text. We will be reading this line from this file. So let's get back to NetBeans and we will start writing the code now. So first of all, we need to create a file object which will hold our file. I'll create file f equal to new file. This is how you create the file object, and in the argument of this file object we will give the path of our file. As my text file is saved in the root directory, so I don't need to give the whole path. I'll just write the name and the Java will pick up the file from my root directory. So if you have file saved somewhere else, so you need to give full path here. So this is my file test, and now I've created my file object. So for this project you need to import one library, java.io. Make sure you import this library. If you don't, then your code will not work. Now we need to write we need to make an object which reads from the file. So we need to create an object which is, so we will be using file reader object to read from file. This is the easiest way to read from the files. There are other ways like buffer reader, which is not very easy, and we will discuss that in later tutorials. So to each file reader and file writer object throws an exception, so we need to catch that exception in between our try and catch block. So I'll first create try and catch block try, and then catch exception ex. So in between this try and catch block we will create our file reader object. So how to create a file reader object? So file reader, I'll name it fr, you can name anything you want to, equal to new file reader. Okay, in the argument of this file reader we will give the name of the file which we want that reader to read. So in our case it's f is holding our text file, so we will want this file to be read. Now we created our file reader object. Now we will use that file reader object to read from the file. So we will create a local variable int, I'll name it ch, equal to fr dot read. So now fr dot read, our file reader object will read that file character by character, and it will assign it to integer variable called ch. So integer variable will not hold the characters, but it will hold 1, 2, 3, like number of the characters. So but we want to display that, so we need to do a while loop. So while ch is not equal to -1, while there are still characters in our file, we want to display them. System.out.print, and in there we will write ch. So this will give an error message if we just write ch, because ch is integer and we want to display character. We don't want to display 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to display characters, so we will convert into characters. So in the braces we will write characters char and then ch. This will convert this integer to characters and it will print them on screen. And then what we want, ch equal to fr dot read, and keep reading that file. So read the next character. So first of all we created an file object which is holding our text file, and then in try catch block we created our file reader object, file reader, and we named it fr equal to new file reader, and in the argument of this file reader object we given our file which we want to be read, and then we created an integer variable ch which is which is holding fr.read, like number of the characters in the file. So while the character is not equal to -1, we created a loop. So while there are still characters in our file, we want to print them on the screen. We need to convert that integer variable to character to be displayed in our screen, and then we want to read the next character. So it will keep reading our file until there are no characters left. So when we run this program, it should display the whatever is written in our file. So when we run it, it is displaying this is file reading test in Java. That's what was written in our file when I showed you my file at the start of this tutorial. So that's it for this tutorial. Keep trying it until you get it. So this is how we read from the files. It's easy and simple. So thanks for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and see you in the next tutorial.